the Mars rover landing, which was absolutely incredible. The rover traveled 352 million miles, and some are criticizing this because NASA spent $2.5 billion on it. However, this is a very sophisticated piece of technology that will be able to figure out whether or not there has ever been extraterrestrial life on Mars. And also, researchers know that on Mars, the planet used to actually be wet and warm, and now it's dry and cold. So they're trying to figure out why that is, and they'll be able to do so with this piece of technology. That's them celebrating the landing of the Mars rover. I would be extremely excited and happy as well, especially since they lost communication with it for a while.
And so the hardest part, other than traveling 352 million miles incredibly quickly, is landing it. So once you get into the atmosphere, you got to slow it down massively so that it could effectively land and still function when it lands on the planet. So a couple of things about this. I was given to understand that the government couldn't do anything. Big government can't accomplish anything. Really? We just sent something over 350 million miles and landed it on a planet. I thought that that was pretty good. So look, I say that as to take down this nonsense talking point from the right wingers that, oh, we couldn't possibly get the government to do anything right. Seems like they got this one pretty right. It's not to say that the government is the answer for everything, right? And it's not, the other charge that liberals get is, oh, you want government as your answer for everything. You want big government. You want your big government. This one cost $2.5 billion. Iraq war, when you figure in all the costs, $4 trillion. Okay? Now, what would you rather have? $2.5 billion for this amazing feat, which might teach us about life itself, incredible works of science, or you invade a country senselessly, over 100,000 civilians die, they become the top ally of Iran in the region, the country that we're working against, a complete and utter failure for $4 trillion. But also, it goes to show you, progressives are not necessarily in favor of big government. I don't want that kind of big government spending $4 trillion to do something we shouldn't have done in the first place. The question is, do we have smart government? Okay, so I'm in favor of NASA, I'm against senseless wars. That doesn't make you a progressive or conservative, it just makes you a sensible human being.
NASA is a perfect example of government working correctly. We've actually landed technology on Mars seven different times, and this is the second rover we have on Mars. And the one that's on Mars right now is not as sophisticated. It takes images of the surface of Mars, but it does so in like grainy black and white pictures. This will give us HD quality color photographs of the surface of Mars so we can get a better idea of the environment there.
So when Ted Cruz finally talks to his Martians, he'll be able to at least see them in HD.
Exactly.